You've got a budget and you're struggling to deal with it? I've got 4 tips for you to save money while you're at university. Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to my channel. My name's Hafsa. I'm a third year medical student, and today we're going to talk about 4 things that you can do to save money while you're at uni. So most of the time at uni, they give us a list of book recommendations. And you have an option of buying it, and for people that are like me, who are a little bit nervous about not having the book recommendations, that's the first thing that you want to do. And low-key, it's something that gets you excited about your courses, especially in first year. So when you're at uni, books actually cost a fair bit. So something that you can do is either order the books online. In my experience, I found that ordering books from eBay Australia was actually heaps cheaper than buying it from the Deakin University bookshop. Another thing that you could do is to buy books secondhand. And most of the time, it would be an older edition. So if you're nervous about this, just ask the lecturer if that's okay. Most of the time, there's just slight differences between the older edition and the new edition. So you can use the older edition just fine. And most of the time, the university lecturers themselves use some of the older editions of textbooks. So sometimes in their slides, they refer to the older edition. And it's not that different. Another thing you can do, which is kind of more annoying, is to actually go to the library and borrow a book. But the thing is, sometimes you don't find the book at the library, and this can be a little bit of a hassle, and especially during exam period where there's high demand for all the resources, it can be kind of cumbersome because everyone's fighting to get this book, and you can only borrow it for about 24 hours, sometimes even less. And you don't really want to deal with that stress the night before the exam, so sometimes it's worthwhile having the book on you. For those of you who are a little bit more tech savvy, you could get an ebook online. At the moment, I've got so many ebooks on my iPad. I'm absolutely loving my iPad. It's an iPad 11 Pro, and I've got a bunch of books in PDF. And the reason being, when I'm on placement, it's heavy to carry books around, and I haven't seen a single medical student who carries books around everywhere. So I just carry the books on my iPad, and in that way, if I need to refer to any book or if I've forgotten something, I can just open up my iPad and do a quick search on my book, which is another advantage of having digital copies of books. You can do a quick search and find the exact paragraph you're looking for, and you can find the book over there. Tip number 2, not my favorite, but you could share accommodation. So if you're living alone, it's actually heaps more expensive than living with people. I haven't really figured out why. I mean, you have to deal with dramatic housemates, and sometimes some of the stories can get a little bit entertaining. But apart from that, if you feel like you've got a bunch of friends that you really get along with, it's heaps cheaper to live in a group rather than living alone. Number 3, be smart about your transport choices. So say if you live close to uni and if the weather's great, / if it's during the summer and the summer's not too hot, or autumn and spring where it's not too cold yet and it's not too hot, it's not too cold, you could bike to uni. That's if you know how to ride a bike. I don't. So you can rely on public transport, especially if it's in a place where it's convenient and where a metro comes by frequently. It might be a good option for you rather than using a car. Plus, it's more environmentally friendly. And finally, my favorite tip of all is saving up on your meal prep. So buying meals outside, especially like ordering out most of the time, can be so expensive. Most students end up doing that because uni ends up being really busy and you don't have time to cook for yourself. And most of the time you're just thinking, oh my God, I'm so hungry right now. I just need some food. So what you could do is plan ahead. So you could meal prep over the weekend. Another thing you could do, personally one of my favorites, is following Tasty. So if you follow me on Facebook, you know that I love sharing tasty recipes because they're super easy. Usually they use 3 to 5 ingredients, which is cheap and very easy to acquire, and it's about 5 minutes long. I've made the fudgiest brownies ever. Check out this picture. For those of you who are following me on Facebook, you probably hate the food updates that I do because you get really hungry, but these can come in handy. And if you are interested in this, I'm gonna make a video about meal prepping while I'm in medical school. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. Comment below if you have any more additional tips or if you've got any questions. And subscribe to my channel and like the video if you found this video helpful for you. Alright, and I'll see you next time.